Scotty. Controversial end to our Edward Case Cup campaign. Another 3-0 defeat away here at Stafford. What are your immediate thoughts?
I'm going to have to be careful. John, I think I've probably once in the time I've been at the club looked outside of my own team in terms of influences on the outcome, and at the end of the day will always be us that determines that. We've seen a situation there today where I suppose the only way I can say it, for fear of reprisal, is you're just asking that. You just want it to be fair. You just want it to be fair. You just want to have the opportunity for if things happen in the game, we've conceded a penalty, and I think the foul is a penalty. 15 seconds before, our right fullback and their left winger is facing away from the football with two arms around the fullback trying to get to the ball, and he says it's a coming together. The wingers doesn't know where the ball is, so what, they're coming together of what? He's literally just fouled him because he's gone past the ball, and that's not difficult to see. But that can happen. There's a red card for an alleged incident that turns into a fracas with a load of players. Probably 18, 19 of the players. The goalkeepers ran 80 yards to get involved. We've received a red card and a yellow card, I think, and I think they received a yellow card. Our player's been held around the neck and it's fallen, and they're all flailing. Listen, if you're going to do it, I've got no complaints about the red card for our player, but it wasn't. But it was a coming together with a load of players having a go and swinging and all kinds of things. So I just don't understand how it can only be one player where that happens. And then obviously, we're 2-0 down at half time with 10 men. Still struggling to understand how we're 2-0 down. I've just said to the boys in there, we're a team that has high quality, low quantity in terms of we're error strewn. We're just error strewn. We're conceding goals and you're seeing them 5-10 seconds before it happening. They're comedy, some of them, and going forward, simple passes that some of these boys are really quality footballers, and getting in front of goal, just not looking like we believe we're gonna score. So we definitely not helped ourselves, but we're also in a situation where we feel our players being caught, and a penalty should be given, and he's booked for simulation, and then 2 or 3 minutes later, the goalkeeper who was booked in the fracas picks the ball up outside the box. He gives us a free kick. I don't know if I'm pretty certain it's in the FA rules that if you pick the ball up outside anybody, the goalkeeper, a player or whatever, it's at least a yellow card, right? Particularly if you deny someone a goal scoring opportunity. The liner on our side says he said he'll be booking him. The female linesman on this side says the assistant referee says the same thing. The referee doesn't, and I just think he's been influenced, and whether he's intentionally being unfair or he's just being heavily influenced, that's a really, really, really poor standard of decision making. That's because at the end of the day, those decisions change games, and they've earned a penalty, and it was a penalty. We've earned a penalty, and we've not been given it. And then there's the most blatant and obvious in the rule book yellow card you'll ever see, and it's not given. It's just like, these are good teams. They don't need much help. What's going on? So yeah, look, I'm rattled on there, but it's incredibly frustrating that that's been taken away from us, because I don't know what would have happened, but I know, given what the players put out there in terms of application, we were banging this game. We were banging it, and I think if we'd have got one, we'd have got more than one. But I'll never know, and I'm feeling really, really hard done by, because I think not me, but our club has been treated unfairly by a substandard decision maker.
So now we can turn our full attentions back to the league and aiming for that final playoff position. What do you want to see improve on our side to see us get over that line and get into that 5th spot.
Yeah. I think I just said before, there's a real high bar in terms of ability, but there's a real low threshold in terms of delivering it consistently. We are so error strewn. We have been throughout the year in both boxes, which I've commented on quite a lot because it's happened quite a lot. We've just got to work. We've got to work hard to try to fix that, and we are working hard to try and fix that. But if I'm honest, I think the players have got to do more. I think they've got to do more, and I think they are lulling themselves into a false sense of security, perhaps based on what they're doing, Sunday teams or, which is I'd love that they play Sundays and stuff like that, but because you're a good player there, you're not the finished article, and I think they need to be doing more physically, technically and tactically. I don't think enough of them watch the video. I don't think enough of them are studying the game. They just nod and point and say, "Oh, sorry, mate," and stuff like that. And I think they've got to take responsibility. I'm taking responsibility, and I'm asking them to step up. So you ask me, how do we improve? It's that. Work harder. The harder you work, the luckier you get, right? So, and that's what's got to happen.
So next up on the docket for us is Sandbach away. Bad memories from the home game, but a team that we have shown we can compete against in the past. Yeah. You look forward to that game. Yeah. Optimistic we can get results. It wasn't like you said, it wasn't a bad performance out there today at all. We're probably the better side for most of the game.
For 4 performances this season, we've deservedly been beaten. Sandbach was one of them. And what I mean is that there's been plenty of games that have been close. There's been plenty of games we've been in front of and not won as well. Something that I spoke to the lads about. But Sandbach at home was definitely a game where the better team was Sandbach, and truly incomprehensibly, and that was a really poor performance. So it couldn't get tougher for us in that respect. To be honest, I'm feeling a bit disrespected. I feel like the club's been a bit disrespected by clubs like Stafford, Sandbach, and turning up and rolling us over. But there's only one way you can turn that around, isn't it? Is by earning that respect. So that's what we're going to have to do, and we'll be giving it everything to try to do that.
Well, still plenty to play for this season with the playoffs looming. Thanks for chatting, and I'll see you next week.
Cheers, John. Thanks, mate. Cheers.